Hello, everybody, and welcome to Get Folked Hungover Edition. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Get Folked, a podcast anchored in our love of folk music, but with enough slack on the line to take you into our worlds of Berlin, Limerick, and beyond. My name is Andrew.
My name is Edward. That little speech that you do is harder than it looks. I tried to do it last week and I failed.
I heard.
But I feel like you're fucking so hungover. It's very good. Like what Aftershock or something like that. Aftershock made a comeback, did it? Green and red of Mayo and Aftershock.
Don't even want to. I don't wish to revisit it at all.
Yeah,
apart from just it was just an open bar situation. Not even open bar, just can't gauge it. Get excited. I'm also kind of meeting new people, so it kind of relaxes you a little bit. Yeah, the crutch, but then you lean on the crutch too much and find yourself.
Turns out to be one of those crutches that has the little buttons that are broken.
Exactly.
Flying down.
I probably had a few of those incidents, but I am here and I'm enjoying my my Fritz Cola. Hamburg's answer to the Koch brothers. It's actually quite nice. It's a little plug for you, Fritz Cola. If you're ever in Germany, try out these two guys who are putting it up to the giants of industry with their light taste and no sugar.
I feel like this is the worst aspect of one of the worst aspects. There's many worst aspects. So one of the worst aspects of my personality is like what the Germans call Schadenfreude, which is like taking pleasure in somebody else's misfortune. And I feel a certain amount of that right now. When you see someone really hungover, and I haven't had the benefit of having a good night, and so when I see somebody like paying a negative price for a good time that I wasn't able to share, I feel a certain amount of like smugness. Because usually you're sitting there, you're sipping a lovely German beer, and it's all very cool and relaxing. Now, Andy,
yes, time to pay the piper. Yeah,
fucking piper. He's inflation. Fucking price has gone through the roof for that fucker. Paying that piper is no joke anymore. Used to be you could fucking get a piper to come and an old tune every so often, paying nothing, pittance. Now it's through the roof. Like it's like. You really have to be selective about when you get a piper in.
I'm trying so hard to get it. Like it's like there's a wave. There's a wave coming. Like, and I'm trying to get up on my board, but I'm actually still on a crutch on a surfboard trying to.
You haven't even. You're looking. You're in the car park looking out at the beach. You're not even in your wetsuit yet.
Oh yeah. So
welcome back. I mean, like,
yes.
This is still easier than last week. This is still like more fun than last week.
Man, you
hungover, Andy. Then
it's just the next level up. But you did an excellent job. I listened to after 80 episodes. I listened to my first episode of Get Folked last week.
First time
listener. And,
I was thinking the listenership was increased. Already. That was you.
It's like we actually got an email. I guess you don't get the emails, but we actually got an email from some. Obviously, like there's there's these companies that somehow get your email addresses, and of course they are. I guess Zencaster share our email address with someone, and whatever whenever you clicked yes to whatever thing, do you agree with all of this? Anyway, so we got.
Are you okay with the African princes from the 1990s having your email?
But it was so the email was, hey, get folked, imagine rewinding to when you dropped episode 1. Now imagine if every episode since had YouTube working for you, not hiding you. That's what we do. We reverse engineer what the algorithm actually wants. Well, they don't know what we want. We're looking to be buried. We're fucking, you got to dig for us. We deal with treasure hunters. That's what we do, and help shows like you rank, get clicked, and get watched. Recent win. Next paragraph. Recent win, a podcast with just 400 subs, now pulling 5 times growth in under 3 months. Same content, different strategy.
Fuck.
Then it goes on. It gives you a little email address, but it was the last line is the passive, is it passive aggressive or just being asshole? But so it gives you an option to make a booking with them, and then the last line, or ignore this and trust YouTube will eventually figure it out. Totally your call, smiley, laughing face.
Yeah, that sounds fine. I think that's what I'll do.
Yeah, just like, but real bitchy about it. Or ignore this and trust YouTube will eventually. So yeah,
there's a lot in there that it's like a fireworks display. Listen to that email. You know, it's like watching a fireworks display. There's so much going on. You can be completely amazed by it, but at the end of the day, then it's just a load of like exploding nonsense, really, isn't it? I mean,
well,
we're going to reverse engineer the algorithm to get YouTube to look at you. It's like, rank you. Thank you. We're already ranking. We like being ranked, and we like being buried. We're like moles. We're like subterranean. What are those things in the War of Worlds? The time machine. I always mix it up with the War of Worlds. Time machine. The troglodytes. That's us.
Oh, yes, the troglodytes. Yes, we are.
A pair of troglodytes.
We will survive.
Andy actually really sounds like a fucking troglodyte today, actually.
And if you're tuning in, you'll be glad that the camera is a little further from my face today, so you can just get the silhouette of my suffering body. But that was actually their second email they sent to us. They had another one there where they talked the same shite. It was actually in their previous email they said they had 7 times growth, so a little bit of a kind of it doesn't seem there's consistency in their emails.
They had to kind of trim, they had to wind their necks back in a little bit, as they say. Get back in your box there a little bit. Gone from 7 down to 5, was it? The second email?
Yeah, it went down to 5, yeah. So they're actually, maybe they need to reverse engineer their own fucking email.
Nice.
And it totally didn't get us. With the first email, it's and I bet you didn't start the podcast just to talk into the void. Yeah, we did. we didn't have a strategy. It was all about the void. We live in the void.
The void makes up, I would say, 99.9% of our audience is the void.
You started it.
99.9% of our audience is nobody. I think that's always going to be true.
And our listenership went up 7-fold last week. 7-fold.
You were one of those folds.
I was one of those folds, and I listened to it twice, so I guess it is too. That's how good an episode it was. And I still didn't do any fucking housekeeping for it. But you did a fine job, man. You did.
There was no housekeeping. I didn't. I challenge anyone to pick out anything wrong that I said last week. It's going to be incredibly easy. No,
you did a lovely job, and got there all the way to the 60-minute mark.
Yeah, I had to cut myself off. I was blathering so much, you know. The only thing I did notice was that having drinks, you know, like usually I'm able to do all that while you're talking and kind of, you know, disguise my...
Yeah. You were saying that. The burps.
That was hard to do. I see now. Right, Andy's drinking now. You see while I'm talking. So that's the kind of, we're such pros. I think that's what it is.
This is it. Yeah. So just watch how I move the microphone away from my mouth.
Yeah.
I'm able to return it. Like they don't teach you that in fucking
podcast school,
reverse algorithm school, fucking whatever, bastards.
That's in Trinity College, I think, that course. I had enough points to get in, but I just chose not to. I was like, look, I have it naturally. I don't need to do the course, lads.
I wonder how much do they say reverse engineer to reverse engineer the algorithm. I'm sure it's a real thing. You think that
is that possible? To reverse engineer an algorithm? I'm sure it is possible, but it doesn't sound like it's possible in this case. It doesn't sound like they would be able to reverse engineer somebody else's algorithm. But do they mean they have their own algorithm that will effectively act in the same way as if they were able to reverse engineer? Sounds like a lot of bullshit, in my opinion. But okay, one of the listeners who's listening to this, you know who you are. Tell me if it's bullshit or not.
Yes.
And we know who we're talking about. He's listening and he's probably thinking, yeah, that's bullshit. Or else he's thinking, Ed, you don't know enough to call whether that's bullshit or not. So either way, tell me.
They have actually sent us a final email. They said it's going to be the last one. They got a little less bitchy in it. And no more emails after this. But before I go, here's a simple YouTube SEO framework. What do you think SEO is? And they're back to 5-time visibility.
SEO. I have no idea.
No idea either. But he did finish off. Appreciate your time either way.
Oh, well, that's nice. Now maybe I'll go with them.
And they gave a little fist bump emoji.
Oh, they lost me again.
Just emojis in general.
I'm fickle. I'm just a fickle person.
Yeah, like the wind.
Don't look at me sideways. Did you ever get annoyed with somebody who looked at you sideways? Did that ever happen to you? Did you ever just like the look of a fella?
A dirty look.
Not even a dirty look. That's just their face, and you just catch them looking at you with their face, and you were just like, "What a fucking prick."
I actually apologized to a student very recently for calling her on I felt really bad because something was going on in the class, and whatever way she said something to me, she said it in an unusual tone that was kind of along the lines of, "You fucking idiot," kind of at the end, whatever answer she was giving and her facial expressions and everything. So I called her on it, but then she said to me, she said, like, "This is just the way I'm talking. Everybody says that to me." And then so I left it at that, and I didn't say anything, and I thought about it, and then I went back to her the next day, and I did say sorry to her. I was like, that must be shitty that people say that to you, like when you're just trying to be yourself, and people are telling you, to be told that you're coming off as bitchy or mean, even though it's just you. But again, there's another part to it, which is like, well, you're probably going to run into this problem unless you adjust, and I think that's where I ended up meeting her and saying apologies for saying that to you, especially in front of the class. But maybe it's something that you need to think about.
But Andy, knowing you as I do, I know that you would have said that the original thing that you call her in a very, very nice way. Like, it wouldn't have been a bad way. So, because people hear that story, they might, put more of themselves in the story. Like me, for example, if I didn't know you. But I'm sure you said that in a very kind of nice way, and she was, it was fine. But I'm also going to say, if several people have said that to her, no smoke without fire, man. She's
that's the lesson. That's the lesson to be learned. And better to learn it young than it is to. Although, what do you do? Like, you're
Just it's not no big deal. Just change every aspect of your personality.
Just like change your face.
Just change everything. Shield who we are. Push it down deep inside. Never let anyone in ever. It always works. It always works for me. I have survived so long from having no personality. That's what's protected me for so long, for so many years. Just, do you know what I mean?
Just a blank sheet of paper.
The void. Like, we're back to the void. Just put nothing out.
This is why we and the podcast to speak to ourselves. We're actually the only two listeners of the podcast. We listen back to it ourselves, and then that's it helps completes the loop.
And I only listen to half of it. I don't even listen to what you say. I only listen to what I say. So I'm only half listening.
It's the ideal thing of us having our own doing our recording separately. We can just you can actually talk, and then in the gaps where there would be a conversation, you can actually talk to yourself back then as well, and have a real good laugh with yourself.
Exactly. I'm reverse engineering the conversation.
Oh, boom. We don't need shit from you, Lucas.
Call back.
Fucking Lucas from, what's the company? I won't even say the company's name.
Don't plug the company. Jeez.
Fritz
Cola, they're our buddies.
Here's the Fritz. The Fritz brothers.
Did you know Do you know, I heard, I don't know if it's true or not, this could be a housekeeping for next week, but I heard that like during, I think it was the Second World War, or yeah, I think it was the Second World War, possibly the First World War, but I think the Second World War, that Fanta was invented in Germany
Really?
to substitute for Coca-Cola, which was not being shipped to Germany anymore. I think, yeah. That is something that I heard that could possibly not be true. But I heard it, and I'm just going to repeat it.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
We'll catch it next week. So if it's,
like those,
that one won't get
those,
through the net.
like those Jehovah's Witnesses and their coffee. Okay.
What the fuck was that? Where did that come from?
It seemed a little out there, all right. It seemed a weird.
I could have sworn some group that can't drink coffee. I don't know. It's not the Jehovah's Witnesses.
No,
sorry, I covered this last week. We're fucking digging up. Old,
yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
And I'm swearing. I feel like I'm swearing too much. I'm just the kind of. I think I'm getting infected by your hangover vibe. And I think that's causing
Sorry.
me to curse.
You know what we'll do? Well, no. Let's change pace then, because I do have. We were playing our gig during the week, which was very nice in the Posh Teckle, our final Get Booked session of the year. Of the we'll say this not the year, the final one before the. We're done now. I kind of actually said this in the bar, kind of talked about it as though Posh Teckle was closing for a prolonged period of time, but he's only and then I was talking to him then, and he said he's only closing for like 2 weeks or something, or 10 days or something like that. So but I guess the season for being inside bars is well and truly finishing, especially today is a cracking day in Berlin. It's been really hot for like, I think similar in Ireland, just very muggy, but today actually the sun is out and there's blue skies, so it's quite nice. Okay. So we had our last session there on Wednesday. Great crowd. In Case of Crisis joined us. We didn't follow the format that we had because we had some we had to go first because one of our group had to leave early, so we ended up playing our set and then they played their set. And yeah, I've actually, and I really liked last week. Thank you, by the way, for your lovely compliments of myself and Pauline in the song.
Oh yeah,
I hadn't thought about that in ages. It was on the shores of some lake near Dansk. I think that's how you say it. It's okay. Dansk with a G at the start, as you do. So yeah, thank you very much for the compliments, and I quite liked the fact that it was a full recording as well, which I thought was really nice. So I've got a kind of.
Sorry, I keep cutting you off. My bad.
No, so since I've asked In Case of Crisis, is it okay if I use their the sound from their recording on the podcast? And I guess in addition to that, I guess they haven't yet, like ourselves, they're just keeping their options open in terms of a record deal. You know, they're not committing to anyone just yet. So I guess we're within the bounds of what's allowed in terms of rights. So what would you like to listen to?
I don't know. I'm so focused on getting like I have a transparent protector for my phone, and there's a hair stuck in behind it. I can see the hair. It's really annoying.
So
you work away. I'm listening.
Here's that song that we talked about. It's just, they decided they introduced it as this is a song about waiting, which now makes sense to me.
Oh yeah, it's a great song. So, Andy, you're muted there, and I can't hear any music either.
Interesting. I don't want to talk over because they're in my ear.
Okay, I can hear them now.
So precisely jump right into that pan. I am a frying fan, and it's tossing and waiting while my hunger is rising. Come on, come on, come on.
So, potatoes.
I love that song.
Yeah, it's very, very nice. But it's also the way they arrange it is their arrangements are very, very nice. The way they're obviously both singing, but they're always kind of singing in harmony as well. And then it's a good idea for a waiting song. Just come on, potatoes.
Yeah,
I think it's their first song to write together. I think they said
really.
that.
Wow. How did they do that? How did they write a song together? It's you know what I mean?
Or no, I could be. Now I'll have to do my housekeeping now. But but that might not be true. One of them might have written it actually, but I feel like it was they said something about this is the first song that they wrote together. Maybe they say they because I guess they're not dividing, even though it could be a similar situation to ourselves, where I guess there is one person.
But like I love the fact that I think I mentioned it last week. I love the fact that the mixture of the mandolin and the banjo, wasn't it? Did they bring
Banjo,
a guitar?
Yeah. No guitar, no banjo and mandolin. Yeah.
Yeah, they've such great voices, and they're always really spot on with the old keys.
Mhm.
But yeah, I love it. I love that song, and they're on Bandcamp as well, and they've got two. I suppose Bandcamp calls them albums, but they're I don't know. It's a collection of songs anyway. Two of those kind of collections of songs, and but very, very nice. Really kind of just I don't know what, like, Joe, you hear someone write a song and perform a song, and the subject is unexpected and the delivery is unexpected, and it all works together beautifully, and you're like going, oh, that's really good. That's so good. The concept is just out there, you know, and they're really, really good.
I think that's why I really like them as well. Is that they're an unexpected. They're just not what you kind of expect, I guess, and in the most positive way, and in the most in the best way. Yeah, when I saw them first, it was like it's just there's a quirkiness to it. Like, you know, one is the banjo mandolin, and two is just the kind of the obscure lyrics sometimes, and even down to their art as well. Like, you know, which you talked about last week. I did make the joke. The joke. It was unintentional, but I started talking about when I was introducing them, or I was introducing the night and saying hi to everyone about we'll have In Case of Crisis here later on, and I just kind of took the piss a little bit about them making their own posters and advertising, you know, taking away from my amazing work on the old computer, the black and white, critical with orange writing. But I did mention that I was like, yeah, you should check out our artwork as well. It's very, very nice. A little handsy. They're a bit handsy, In Case Crisis, and I didn't mean it, obviously, in terms of being handsy, but more so that it's all hands in the poster. If you do check it out, I guess you probably got to find it on Instagram now, isn't it? But yeah, you talked about it with the two birds, and wanting to kind of seeming like they're happily there.
No,
and,
they look uncomfortable.
Okay, yeah, they do look a little bit prisoner-ish, I guess. Yeah, but yeah, that's true as well. One of the girls makes these posters. She's into her collaging, so she makes these posters like in real, and then just puts the writing over them.
It does look very collagey, actually. That does make sense.
Yeah, exactly, and that's So that's how the poster came about, and because it's also I don't think they didn't give me a reason, I believe, about why hands are a thing for the poster, because they also have these, like, in one of the songs. I don't know if I have a recording of one of the songs, but they hand out these little bells. So it's like a hand, and then on the, like, that's made of like felt, like a soft felt in the shape of a hand, and then written on the palm of the hand is ICOC, In Case of Crisis.
Oh,
and
yeah.
And then there's a little bell hanging off it.
It's a risky thing to give out at a gig. Anything that makes noise.
Yeah, but it's not. It'll only work if you really want to be going for it.
Okay.
Hammer and tongs to get very little sound out. But I think she hands out enough of them that, like, when the moment comes to use the little bell, she calls number twinkles, I think, or something. She said something about twinkles.
You're getting you're getting Quasimodo decibel levels there
I feel that too. Yeah.
as a group. No, not you, but as a group. When everyone rings the bells together,
Yes.
are you registering in the Quasimodo?
I thought you
range?
were. I thought you were referencing my hangover because I do feel like I'm a couple of decibels lower than I usually. am.
No, you look like Quasimodo, but you sound normal.
Just looking at the camera there now, how I'm hunched over the table, like I'm almost just okay. Gotta stretch this out. I think I might have that. They did another thing as well, which I'd forgotten they did in the first time I saw them. Was they do a little bit of audience participation? They teach the audience a song,
Very good.
one of their own. But the lyrics are just, it's good that they're able to write them up and show them to everyone because the words are just like in the style of deeby dooby da deeby dabby dooby doo dooby doo ba doo. I can play a little bit of actually. It's not as long a clip, but it's called. I think it's called "Hole in My Heart."
I have a hole in my heart.
That's why I think it's called "Hole in My Heart."
I have a hole in my heart. I have a hole in my heart. You poked a hole in my heart. You poked a hole in my heart. Now I have a hole in my heart. Da doo dee doo dee da da ba dee doo doo dee ba doo ba doo ba dee doo. Dum dee day dee da doo ba dee doo dee ba dum dee loy loy dee dee doo. You poked a hole in my heart. 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 I didn't know it from the start. I didn't know it from the start that you leave a hole in my heart. Da da dee dee doo dee da da ba dee doo doo dee ba doo ba dee doo. Dum dee day dee da doo ba dee doo dee ba dum dee doy dee dee doo.
Oh, I didn't realize I had cut it off. That's when they did a little call and repeat or whatever they call it, where they started playing off each other.
Oh wow, class!
Very nice.
That was really well done. They got a nice kind of chorus going there.
Yeah, I know.
That's really good. Did it take people long to get up
No,
to
she
speed with that?
of course, like yeah, she had she pulled out like a telescopic pointer and was able to kind of bring everyone through it because it is all kind of just a dabby dabby doo goody baby ba doo ba doo. It's quite a complicated for an audience to try and get everyone to get through it. But I say she gave about 2 or 3 minutes to the learning of the song, but also the audience was quite everyone was there for the gig and either to see us or to see them or just to see a gig. So it would be it would be remiss to turn up and go, nope, not doing it.
Yeah.
But there is like this critical mass, I guess, as well. If you can just get enough people doing it, then you'll get others to follow.
Yeah, I'm reminded of like one pub, which is one of my favorite pubs in the world. And you know it as well. I won't name the name because it's like I don't want to besmirch it. Not that this is really a besmirching, but it's like the patronage in there is such that they don't care. You can, and that cuts both ways. As in, like, so you can. There's great freedom in there. So there's no real judgment, I would say. But also, if you put yourself out on a limb with a song, with a call and response situation, you're out on that limb by yourself.
Yeah.
There's nobody coming with you.
I think was it was the Blues Brothers song that you're referencing,
Yeah.
isn't it? Where it
Minnie the
actually-
Moocher. Minnie the Moocher.
Minnie
Yeah.
the Mooch.
So like, yeah, I did the song. It's like, Heidi, Heidi, Heidi. Very clear. Everyone knows this song. It's well established since the 1950s call and response situation. And I did it. And Heidi, 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 hi. Nobody. Like, not a fucking sinner in the pub said anything. They all just kind of looked at me.
and it was pretty full, and there was enough.
And it was pretty full. There was enough there for critical mass, the critical mass that you're talking about, and not a single one of them opened their mouths and just left me there. And I just had to go on to the next part. Nothing again.
Yeah.
And then back again. Hody, 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 ho. And the whole song went on like that with nobody
Yeah.
even
It's
saying anything.
the whole thing about that song is getting everyone involved, and it's just
That's
like
the
having
point
a
of the song. Nobody
Which,
cares about Minnie the Moocher.
well, what because you've learned the lyrics off, and of course I'll sing it along with you. But what is the story about Minnie the Moocher? She was a prostitute, was she? Or just
I don't think she was. It doesn't sound like she was. It didn't sound to the lyrics. And I just inferred that she was a kind of maybe you might call her a bit of a rough character, but she had a good heart, and the song is about a guy that she hung around with, I guess, and was romantically involved with, and maybe he was a bit near too well, you know.
Yeah.
And it sounds like he pimped her out a bit, maybe. So maybe she was. Because so I think that was it. Yeah. So it's about her maybe this pimp guy, and then this other guy, this other rich guy, or people, or whatever. You know,
it just reminded me of I don't know if I've told you this before, but like when I first started teaching, I was in the Middle East, predominantly Muslim country, and teaching predominantly Muslim kids, and because I think there's a certain age when they don't sing anymore, or they don't, or not that they don't sing anymore. Kind of, I don't know. I don't want to get into it. There's something about kind of, I don't know. Anyways, but the point of what I wanted to make was that I remember I taught that song. I was trying to come up with a song. I wasn't particularly good at the guitar at the time, but I wanted to do a song with the whole class, like, 50, 60 kids. So, and I still never really, even though I learned the song off, I never thought about the lyrics, about what they meant. And then there was a whole pile of 50 like Muslim children all learning about this prostitute. That's why I think it's a prostitute, maybe. But about this woman that was being pimped out. She was cokey, isn't that one of the lines? He was cokey, or the boyfriend was cokey.
The boyfriend was cokey.
So it's just like, when I think back at it now, and I'm like, God, did I dodge a bullet there? I hope none of those kids went back home and got, we learned this amazing song of this lady and her man who was a bit cokey.
There definitely would not have been a response to the call, and the call and response if the kid did that at home. I'd say.
No.
But the parents are conservative.
Anyways, I got away with it. I still hear, but one of those moments where you kind of you don't think through what a song is about. You just like the what's it called? Yeah, the hook. So yeah, but that was "Hole in My Heart," and
lovely song, really nice.
And I'm gonna play one. Well, I'll play something at the end. I did a full recording of, because I think I told you the last time that they do an amazing version of John Henry.
I love it.
I have a nice recording of that now as well. So, but we can cap off the old episode with that. But what I'm going to do is want to bring you back in time, Ed, to the beginnings, to the beginnings of the Nancy Boys, now Hawk and Twang, and who knows what it'll be next year. But it'll be we're like the Chameleon. It's the Void. We don't, as soon as any record label picks up on our stuff, we change the name and disappear back into the void. But this one will bring you all the way back, maybe into Bersikane, where it was born, I think, and then recordings were done in Berlin. And what ended up was we don't have a recording.
I have a question. I have a question before we play this clip. Am I going to be embarrassed?
No, I haven't. This is from the gig. No, this is one of your songs. I think this is one of the very first song that you kind of shared with us in our attempt.
God, so I could be embarrassed. I just want to prepare my mind.
No, I think we fell out of love. Like it's Western Breed, and it's I think we fell out of love with that song because I think when we were playing it a lot we were just putting it in our set of 3 hours of cover songs for Irish bars because we needed to perform for 3 hours, and this just kind of got poked in there, and it never felt like it was like, and here's one of our songs, and now back to the usual humdrum. Yeah. But and I think I think you fell out of love with it a bit. Would that be true?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. Let's see if I can make you fall in love again, Ed. Fall in love. Here we go.
western breeze. It rolls hard and it rolls clean, and the souls play an endless song, but the mind has dwelled for far too long. In the town of the western dream, it rolls hard and it turns mean, and the pores breathe relentless sighs for those who made the long goodbyes. Those in sorrow seem to send in the throes of those that would know best of the reasons and the whys. I've seen it sheltered in a good man's eye. In the town of that unknown dream, in the home of stone, in a war of needs, where mild men come with a setting sun, singing words to another song. Thank you very much.
Lovely singing, Andy. Nice, nicely done. You know, it's just just not. I suppose your performance of it was excellent. You know what I mean? That's really beautiful. You know, I suppose just what is that? I kind of like you say, fell out of love with the song. Well done. Very nicely done, though.
Don't think I reignited that flame. I didn't. I
No,
didn't
like
see.
as in, I love hearing you sing it, and I love hearing the guys play it. I think it sounds really nice. You know. I think it's just more of a just not. No, you didn't reignite the flame, Andy. I don't know.
No,
What
okay.
to,
I'll stay working on it. I'll stay working on it.
Yeah, it's
But
just
I quite enjoy singing it. I
That's
quite
good.
enjoy
I'm
it.
I'm glad. If you're enjoying it, I think you should stay doing it. You know what I mean? That's absolutely fine. It's weird. You know, like it's weird when you do something like that, and then you kind of come back and you're like going, actually, I don't really like this. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yeah.
So
I think I felt like that, but I think we talked about this before, maybe just not on the podcast, but about the chorus. I think was what. But maybe it's the whole thing now. It's the maybe the lyrics don't resonate with you. But I remember the chorus came out when you wrote that song. The same movie came out, Where the Wild Things Are, and that was a problem. So like there used to be, we debated whether to put it back in. Like we tried it once, and then we kind of said no, it's nicer as a kind of a musical arrangement rather than having the Where the Wild Things Are. Even though the line was very nice, it just was badly timed. The movie came out, and it where the wild things are.
Yeah. That's God. I'd completely forgotten that. So basically, what if people don't know is that there is a chorus in there that Andy wasn't singing, and a line in the chorus, one of the lines of the chorus is where the wild things are. It's probably one of the central lines to the whole song.
It is. It's repeated
And
a
then,
lot.
like a month later, like after that, I showed the guys that song or something like that. The fucking movie came out called "Where the Wild Things Are." It was quite popular actually.
Well, it's a famous book as well.
So it felt a bit silly to be singing that line at that time, and it was annoying. Actually, I remember being very annoyed. I was like, "What?" Like, at the injustice of the universe
Yes.
for that
Yeah.
pissed me off.
Or the fact that they didn't pick it up for the movie. Like if they had just known that this was knocking around, could have been.
Well, they couldn't keep up with all the name changes of the band, so they didn't know who to contact.
They had us, then they lost us. Yeah.
If only we'd given our details to Zencaster, they could have, put us in contact with the algorithm. There was no algorithms back then, at least not that I knew of.
No.
But yeah, well done. Did you enjoy the gig yourselves? As a group, did you enjoy the performance?
Yeah,
Did you think it was good?
same as last time. It was just lovely people, good vibes. Everyone comes there, and everyone's just up for it. Bernd had the bar set up really nicely.
Nice.
We were back out in the front again, and I think we pretty much filled. There wasn't a seat left in the house.
Lovely.
Which is always great, do need to figure out the changeover still, because even when we finish playing, when you just give people that 5-minute window to whatever, go get a cigarette it's just funny. Some people get they just don't come back in because they start enjoying the chats outside, and I guess it is nice to be having chats outside when this weather is really sunny and having a nice kind of banjo and mandolin background to your music. So you're still hearing the music, but you're able to chat as well. So,
but the atmosphere is gone out of the pub, basically.
A little bit, yeah. No, it did. I would have liked for a lot more of those people to stay on for in case of crisis. And but I noticed that the last time we switched as well, when Kaya Guy was playing, when she finished, it just changed the dynamic again as well, even though there's only 2 or 3 minutes in the space. But what can you do?
You need to be doing like, what's his name, who has that music show whose name I can never remember. It's like the most famous music show of all time.
Jules Holland.
Jules Holland. I can never remember his name. And he's like, somebody finishes on one set or something like that.
Yeah.
And he's straining his microphone and he's talking about him, and he's kind of like going really.
He's
kind
walking
of
to the next place as well.
Walking over to the next place. You need to do something like that.
That's it. Yeah,
That's
it's very small. It's a very small room.
That's just should make it easier, Andy. Well done on the old gig. They're not easy to put on, so good job.
Yeah, let's see what the autumn series will bring.
Yeah, and is your man closing for holidays? Is it? Or
yeah, I think he just goes away for holidays. There's no major thing. I think he's just going away himself. So, But I for some reason I had it in my head, like I called it his hibernation. And I always think he's kind of looking at me strange, because of course he's English is not his native language either. So I'm sure I know for a fact that there's so many times I'm making kind of some sort of positive kind of reference to him, as in like, great guy, blah blah blah, blah.
Yeah.
But I feel like sometimes I'm just kind of the same way I am in German. Like, and his English is brilliant, by the way. Like, it's not like where there's a breakdown in communication, but his natural, I guess, comedy language is going to be German. So. It's like when people make jokes with me and I'm just kind of staring back at them. I need a second or third person around me to give me the hint of what the emotion is I'm supposed to be sharing. It happened to me actually yesterday in school, and because I had to, in the school I'm in right now, it's predominantly German. It's the first real German environment that I've actually worked in since being in Berlin. But the lady, really nice lady in the office, and she made some sort of joke, and I was just staring at her because I'd lost her in the middle of it, and then she had to tell me it was a joke. And I was like, okay. then giving a late laugh then afterwards. Mm, yeah.
Like they're going to go away. The Germans are going to go away going, geez, the Irish have no sense of humor. No.
yeah.
Fucking hell.
Man.
God, lovely though. Fair play to you. Do you know the oh God, what we were just talking about, like cues, giving cues. Oh yeah, cues. So like I've seen a similar thing like that. Where you need somebody else to give you the cue to what to do. Mass. I think I was in mass once, and it occurred to me that there was only like 5-6 people who knew when to stand up, when to sit down, and everyone else is watching them. And it must be very embarrassing. And then some people went rogue altogether. It was a funeral actually. Some people went rogue altogether, and you just had a pocket of people just standing. But then you had another pocket over here which was like, nope, that's bullshit. They're not supposed to be standing right now. Everybody, don't stand. They're looking around. Don't stand.
It is interesting though, isn't it? Because
yeah,
why are we standing and kneeling? Like where's the respect from the kneeling to the sitting? Which part? I think the gospel you have to stand up. I know that.
I thought the gospel you were sitting down. You're not sitting down for the gospel.
No,
that's it's a long ass fucking story.
I'm fairly sure. Maybe I'm wrong there, but I thought kneeling down or standing. I thought it was that was you did that with the gospel, and then you sit back down,
and then you sit back for his reflection on the gospel.
Yeah,
right?
It's a kind of like, sorry, his grinds my gears section of the mass, and you're like, what pisses me off about that part? No, it's just like,
yeah. It's like, what can we infer from that 2,000-year-old story?
Yes.
Now, today, with AI in the mix.
I wonder, are our priests now going like, well, listen, I just got to pull out a sermon here. I'm going to hit the AI button and
ChatGPT,
print me out a sermon there. The theme is loaves and fishes, and
give me a kick-ass analogy about loaves and fishes and how it relates to modern day life.
Yeah,
exactly. Go, ChatGPT.
Yeah. And it'll have it done.
I think they'd be fools not to do that.
I think it's very hard to tell these days what is not, because everyone just assumes everyone's using AI now, especially if you do something really nice. I find that. I think I've talked about this before. But
you did, yeah.
It's irritating.
It hasn't happened to me yet, actually.
That last week wasn't total AI.
Nobody's accused of using AI yet.
Well, this is where this authenticity comes from. This, ouch.
Nobody's confused anything I've done with being generated by.
Now if people don't do it, it's an insult now. So now I need it the other way. Yeah,
you did that yourself, clearly. Good for you. Good for you.
Oh yeah. So, sorry. You did remind me of something that I found very funny this week. Was I don't know, the kids were talking, like not my own kids, students, and they were. I don't know. There was some conversation happening about with their German teacher about bringing in food for the party on Thursday morning because it's the end of the term or whatever, end of school year. And it was the religious kids that were like, so there's a 90-minute lesson a week for kids that opt into religion, and then the other group get to go and do kind of philosophy or some sort like that, or call it Lebenskunde, life lessons, something like that. So I was just sitting in the corner watching this all talking to them. There was a kid just below me who put his hand up, and he went to he was going to religious studies. And I was like, it kind of surprised me. I hadn't pictured him as someone that was going to religion, and I was like, so just as the conversation was happening, I just kind of said to him, I was like, let's call him Johnny. Like, Johnny, I didn't know you were.
Let's not call him that.
Okay,
let's call him. I had a nickname for him straight away.
What's that?
Holy Joe.
Holy Joe. And I said to Holy Joe, I said, oh, you're religious, Holy Joe. You go to religious studies? He's, yeah, I do. Yeah, my family are religious. And I was like, oh, interesting. I didn't know that. What religion are you? And he just goes, I don't know. And then I started laughing, and then he started laughing as well. Just like, he actually wasn't able to tell me what his religion was that he's going. It's just... So I don't know whether he's being sent to these things just to
Yeah.
kind of understand religions or whatnot. But
I like them all.
Yeah.
I like them all. They're all good.
I like them-
They're all I like all of them. They're all really, really enjoyable for me.
yeah, so good old Holy Joe.
Holy Joe. Like, yeah, like I think we had religion studies as well in school, but it's very different. It was very much like just a kind of doubling down on, you know, the weekend kind of side of things. So,
How do you mean? As in what? Just kind of. What do you mean?
as in like, we didn't have it in national school. I don't think. Oh, we did. We had some kind of religious stuff.
You were always doing it. No, I think in the
Yeah,
Irish
we were
curriculum,
always
at least
doing
when
it,
I was
yeah.
teaching there, you were actually supposed to do 45 minutes a day.
Yeah, there's a separate book for
Trying to
people
remember the
still
book.
know.
Yeah, I can still
the-
see the book because I think it's a picture of Christ. It's like Christ the Redeemer on Rio de Janeiro, kind of that kind of picture with the hands out and just in the center of the page. I'm sure it had it had a couple of psalms, a couple of stories, a couple of things in there.
Oh
I'm sure.
Jesus, lad! I just a story like this. So there's a book like that. The girls have it. It's part of their curriculum. I can't remember what it's called. And there was so okay. I have to give you the point of the lesson. Like it was like a life lesson, right? And it was basically God's love is for all people, okay? And it was like you had let's say a European looking person, okay, Caucasian, I don't know what all
Yeah,
the
yeah.
terms are. You had, let's say, maybe an Asian looking person, and you had like an Inuit, and you had like an African looking person. Broad strokes, let's say, right?
Yeah.
And the point of the whole thing was these are all viewed as the same within God's love,
Yeah.
right? And they're all the same. They're all people, you know. And so I just remember my youngest. It was like the question was, are there any differences between the two? And the answer is no, like, you know. And she's like, yeah, that one there is different. And she kept on pointing to the Inuit because the Inuit had like the way it was drawn, the way they'd drawn this Inuit was so bad. Like, I mean, it looked like Kenny from South Park. You know, he had the things covering his whole head, and it had just these tiny little eyes poking out through this thing, like, you know. And so it looked completely different. It was dressed completely different than all the rest of them. And so it was just like, no, that was different. That one right there. It's like, well, no, they're all the same. No, that one, look, that one's different. Like, you know, I was just turning this child into like a racist or something. I don't know. But
Yeah. Funny
don't
thing
know.
to do. We're all God's people, but to cover up completely what they're seeing, you know. So it's just like it could be anything under there, you know. Just like it's just like three kids stacked on top of each other, pretending to be an adult. That classic kind of.
Trying to get into the movies. I don't know. Yeah. Fuck it. That was just funny.
Listen, man,
Wouldn't-
have you got any gigs coming up? Because I am wary that I have.
you've
I
recorded.
do want
No.
to play a little bit of John Henry, and then I'm afraid
No.
that we'll run out of time. So
No,
there's
I'm
nothing
good.
coming up
Go
for
for
us,
it.
all right? You're on your way over to Berlin soon enough, so we'll be. I hope you all have a nice week. Don't forget to like us on Substack. I think Ed, you got distracted at the start, but Substack, Instagram, find us.
Mm.
If you don't know where all that stuff is, look at it. Previous episode. Thanks for taking over last week, Ed. I will return the favor at some point. Wishing you
You've
a
got
lovely week.
you've got your flow back. That Fritz Cola, you're coming out of it. Coming out of the hangar. Well done, Andy.
I'm getting excited about the end.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
1, 2, Henry. 1, 2, Henry. 1, 2, Henry. 1, John Henry. 1, 2, Hammer. 1, 2, Hammer. When John Henry was a little baby, sitting on his daddy's knee, he grabbed a hammer and a little piece of steel and said, "This hammer will be the death of me. Oh,
This hammer will be the
this hammer
death.
will be the
This hammer will be the
death
death
of
of
me."
me. Henry, 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 Henry,
Oh Lord,
Henry, Henry,
Oh Lord,
Henry, Henry, Henry,
Oh Lord,
Henry, Henry,
Oh Lord,
Henry,
Oh Lord.
Hammer Henry,
Oh Lord.
Hammer
Henry
oh
said
Lord,
to his
Hammer
captain,
oh Lord,
a man ain't nothing but a man. Before I let your steed will be me down, I'll die with the hammer in my hand. Oh Lord, die with the hammer in my hand.
oh Lord,
John Henry hammered on the mountain,
oh Lord,
till his hammer was striking fire.
oh Lord,
And he drove so hard,
he broke his poor heart,
and he died with the hammer in his hand. Oh Lord, died with the hammer in his hand. Oh Lord,
Hammer Henry,
oh Lord,
Hammer Henry,
oh Lord.